All right, I am off. And I probably should not have worn a light colored shirt because I think I'm already sweating and I'm just outside the door. So, Julie found some photos that were posted on Instagram because our previous lady who did our hair in Indian Harbor Beach was getting into men's cuts and getting different certifications. So she had a post of when she finished my hair. So that's what I'm going to take to them today. I have 3 photos. I hope that will suffice. I guess we're just going to get what we get and see how it goes. We're looking at around, I think I told you this already, 50,000 pesos. But if they have different options, I'll try to take a video of that and see if anyone speaks English. I do already have queued up on the Google Translate that I please need a haircut. So we'll go from there and see how long it takes and see what kind of translation issues we may have. I only have about 4 blocks to walk. I'm walking back to the mall and going to hit the ATM first and then go into the barbershop. All right, success with the ATM. I don't know if you can hear the background music, but it's Can You Feel the Love Tonight? We cannot escape Disney. We're off to the barber right across the hallway here in the mall. Looky, everybody. I just got out. I didn't film in there. There was just so much of a translational issue that, and he told me he had so much stuff on his table that he couldn't set the phone up to film. But let me get in the elevator here and let's talk about it. It was an absolutely great experience. The little receptionist was the only one that could speak just a little bit of English, and she and I navigated that very, very easily. I have been in there for well over an hour, closer to an hour and a half than an actual hour. He took his absolute time, precious time. It was just an amazing experience. I think I'm on S3. You can see all the levels of parking. I think this is ground level. It was 50,000. That's with a shave here and a wash with the hair. I did tip him 10,000 because he did a great job. I actually asked the lady with Google Translate, and she said, "Oh yeah, of course." I was going to pull out some cash. I said, "Can you make change?" And we went around with that a little bit because I don't think I was asking the right way. Sorry if it's loud. Let me get out of the building. But then she finally figured out, and I figured out. She said, "Well, you can leave it on your phone as well." So I said, "That's perfect." So I added 10, and I actually asked her. I said, and this is what makes them so nice. She didn't have to be honest with me, but I said, "Is 10 enough?" Because I don't know. That was, 10%. 10%, excuse me. Yeah, it was. And no, it was 20%. And she said, "Oh, that's absolutely fine." But I felt like he deserved it. He absolutely deserved it. Let me cross this street here and get out of this traffic, and I'll continue. Okay, I think that's a little bit quieter, except for the guy pushing a cart across the street right behind me. But I showed him 3 photos. I think I told you guys that before I went in, because I did ask if he could speak English, and he said no. And I told him I spoke very little Spanish. I am determined and trying to get better every day. But I did show him the photos. He said he completely understood. And he started, and it took him so long on the bottom. Like, I cannot believe how much time that he spent, and I appreciate that. I didn't have him correct one thing. You can see we went from razor up to a taper, and then he started on the top, and we textured the top and cut the top a little bit. We both understood that, just a little bit off the top. Then he asked if I wanted to shave, and I said, "Yeah, let me do that." And he said, "Well, do you want it shaved completely off?" And I said, "No." And I explained to him to try to trim it up, and he understood. I smell really good right now. They sprayed something on me. I think Julie's going to like that. And then the little lady that met me at the front door took me back and washed my hair, asked if I would like it styled, and I said, yeah, I would. And of all the products, the one that is the same, I think, at least in English and Spanish, is pomade. So he completely understood and put that in my hair, combed it with a comb just slightly. You can see it there. Moved it forward like I do, and we were finished. Like it was just an overall. Sorry, my arm's getting tired. It's overall excellent experience, and you get to see the other side of my hair. So he really took his time on the beard as well, and used a straight razor. Like I said, I couldn't be more pleased. Those guys were great. They used oh, I've got to look it up. I forgot the brand, but it's an American styling brand. Oh, shoot. I've never used their product before. Anyway, I liked it and it smelled really nice. I'll put it on the screen what the product is. I'll tell Julie. But again, I couldn't be happier. We all navigated through it and it turned out really well. And I will be going back there to him. His name was Steven. So when I go back, I would like to ask for him if possible. I usually get a trim or a haircut about every 3 weeks. I'm thinking about taking 3 photos, having Julie take 3 photos, the same 3 headshots as I brought with me today, and sending it to our gal in Florida to say, you know, I showed them this and here's the result, because it's very close to what she did. So I'm almost back to the house, but again, couldn't be happier. I'll check back in with Julie and let Julie give you her opinion on camera, and we'll see if she likes it or not. Something else I wanted to mention real quickly. First, there's the receipt. Ooh, can it come into, there we go, 60,000, you see that? And it was 50 for the actual services. Forgot to tell you that when she was washing my hair, she asked me if I would like a lower back massage. And I was like, no, I'm okay. You guys are being too nice as it is for the price. So, yeah, I didn't need that, but it was also, again, another nice gesture. So if I didn't have the beard done, it would have been 35. So it was 35 and 15 to have the full service, but just the haircut was 35. See if I can get a look at the back, because I actually didn't do that like they do in the US, giving you the mirror. But otherwise, I think it looks really good. All right, let's go see what Julie thinks. The funniest thing that I think is the mustache. How it come down off of the nose so much. It does make me look a little more Latin. I might look like a local now, I'm not sure. All right, let's go find Julie and see what her thoughts are. I think I'm on, yeah, here we go. Juju?
Hi! It looks exactly the same.
That's what I told the camera.
That's
what I
can
told the
tell it
camera.
has gel in it and it wasn't fixed before.
And they got a little, you know, they like to do this. They actually did this with a razor on the side. Let me turn around. Here, hang on, camera.
How are you used to having that part done?
This part, it tapers.
Okay.
They used to do a 1 here, not an actual razor. I told the camera.
Which do you prefer? Do you have a...
No, babe. You know how long I've been gone. Like he really took his time. But look, I think the funniest thing is he cut it away.
Did your beard too.
Yeah, but he cut it away from the nose. I told the camera I look a little bit more Latin because they pulled it down a little bit.
You look like you went to our girl back in Charlotte. Her name is Maddie, and said, I want to look Latin, but I want to look like I'm pretending.
Yeah, right. That's what I told.
It's severe down the beard, but it doesn't look bad.
Yeah, that's what I told the camera.
The back looks a little different too, but I like it.
Well, I usually have it tapered, and they just squared it off.
Okay.
But there was some translational
it looks
stuff.
like you just went and put gel on the top. It looks exactly.
I know we took just a little bit off the top, but he textured it, and yeah, I couldn't be happier. Yeah, that's my check-in.
How much was it?
Okay, I told the camera it was 50, and then I asked her if I could tip. And I pulled out, because I went to the ATM first. And
Did the ATM work?
the ATM worked.
Okay.
She spoke a little English. She was the only one but she helped me. She was very nice. She's the one that washed my hair. And I translated because she didn't understand. First I said, "Can you make change?" Well, I handed her a card, so she didn't realize. So I pulled out a 50. And then she wasn't sure if I was going to pay with a 50 or if I wanted it ran with the card. So then I used Google Translate and said I would like to leave a tip. She said, "Oh, you can leave it on your phone." I said, "Oh, okay." She said, "How much?" And I said, 10.
On your phone?
On the card.
Okay.
But it translated as data phone. But I assumed it meant on the card. And then I actually asked her, this is how nice these folks were. I said, "Is 10 enough?" And she's like, "Oh my goodness, yes. It's, because I only paid 50. So I was giving her 20%.
50,000 pesos, which is what?
$15,
$12,
yeah. The haircut was 35, and then the beard was 15. I told the camera, they even offered me a lower back massage, and I'm like, I'm okay. Like I don't want to take advantage. I was feeling like I was taking advantage, so I gave him 10.
Did you have to use Google Translate the whole time?
He did not speak any English, but he and I understood. I understood what he was asking me. He understood what I was asking him. Like when I asked him for the textured scissors, like he knew what I was talking about, and so yeah, we got through that easy.
I'm so proud of you for doing this with no help.
I know. He did put his headphones in at one point when he was cutting my hair because he knew that I mean, there was nothing to talk about. But he spent so much time. I mean, he was so careful. I really had a good experience.
I'm so happy. I think you look fantastic. It looks exactly like what you like, with just a few little cultural.
Yeah, just a few. Yeah.
Whimsy.
Yeah. I told the camera, I was like, maybe I'll look a little bit more local now.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, that is it for midday. I think Jules and I are going to try to go get a little bit of sun out here before I start back to work, right? I think. Okay. That's all, guys.